engaged. But you didn't even question me. You just heard the excitement in my voice, and that's all that you needed. The life lessons you've taught us through the years have truly inspired us to be better people. When I asked everyone to send me wise words they've learned from you, there were definitely some common themes, especially food. Measuring cups are for scrubs, you'd say. Recipes taste best when you use your hands and eyes. I agree. However, unfortunately, because of this, I'm sad to say I don't think one of us has perfected your cornbread recipe. I mean, I still have no idea what we're doing wrong. Another thing that was important was planning meals. And I mean, when we're eating one meal, we need to be planning our next meal. I used to think that was so funny, but now I realize the reason you loved food so much was probably because there's nothing a good meal can't fix. And you knew nothing would bring the Crawfords together like a honey-baked ham and a pecan pie. Speaking of family, that brings me to another important quality you possessed: patience. How you had the patience to hold your tongue and remain positive through all of our craziness is beyond me. But somehow you just always remained cool, calm, and collected. And then when you couldn't take it anymore, you would simply say, Taviapt2, or insert anyone else's first and middle name in a very sassy tone. That is enough. And it set us straight quick. Your generosity never ceased to amaze us. From donating your time and money to multiple charities, to taking food and visiting with friends who were ill or down, you were constantly serving others, and it didn't go unnoticed. We've learned that casseroles heal more than hunger, and you should always make time to have a cup of coffee with someone. When it came to hospitality, you were the queen. When I would come in town to visit in my younger years, I wanted you all to myself. But in hindsight, I now understand why there were always tons of family members and friends at your house. It was because if one person was invited, everyone was invited, period. You always wanted everyone to feel included and loved, no matter what. And because of this, we've built bonds with each other that may not exist otherwise. When Granddad passed, it was a pivotal time in most of our lives. Juniors and seniors in high school, we were preparing to be on our own and start a new chapter. Eager for independence, yet nervous about what the future held. At the same time, I remember losing countless of hours of sleep, worrying about you, because you were also facing the same changes. But what I and the rest of us came to realize was we didn't have to worry about you at all. You were the strong, independent woman that has truly inspired all of us. You had no desire to date other men, because why settle for someone else when you'd already had the best? You didn't need anyone to take care of you. You just wanted to love your family and look forward to the day you would meet Granddad when you made it home to heaven. You were the most active human being I've ever known. You exercised, played bunco, you traveled overseas, you drove everywhere, which terrified me. And you lived alone, all because you knew you could and you wouldn't have it any other way. And Lord, did I pity the poor soul who tried to tell you otherwise, because they would quickly see your sassy side. And I think I can speak for not only your granddaughters, but all the women in our family when I say we should all aspire to have your confidence, patience, and grace. I miss you terribly. But I'm eternally grateful that we were the lucky ones. The ones with the cool grandma who our friends adored almost as much as we did. The grandma that was the epitome of class, but was always up for a cocktail no matter what time of day it was. You set the standard high, and we will strive to live up to it until we have grandchildren of our own. Thank you for everything. But mainly thank you for loving us so fiercely. I look forward to the day I get to run into your arms and we can share a cup of coffee, or even better, a bottle of wine. But until then, I know you and Granddad will be smiling down on us front and center for whatever life goes our way. I love you so much.
Amen.